Hola, buen día. Bienvenido a Cabo. Today we are in Cabo San Lucas and on a much needed vacation. I was really thinking about our newsletter last month. We mentioned the top 5 tools that we love to hate. And so I started thinking maybe there was some value in talking about those and just maybe elaborating a little bit more so that people who are just looking at their security budget for 2023 or just curious about why these tools are on the we love to hate list might get a little bit more information. So let's dig in. Okay, before we get started, I think we're gonna need to add some sunglasses to this shot because it is getting bright out here. All right, so first up on the list, we have MFA, multi-factor authentication. And I think in 2023, this is gonna be regarded more as a standard rather than a best practice. I think that in the absence of some sort of multi-factor authentication at the network perimeter, if you are to sustain a breach, you are likely to encounter pushback from insurance companies, or if it ends up in a legal case, some sort of legal trouble for failing to meet the standard of care, which is multi-factor authentication. For most organizations, this is going to be fairly easy to implement based on the tools that they already have. So for Google Workspaces and for Microsoft 365 tenants, this is a built-in feature, requires no additional fees or surcharges to implement. Number 2 on the list is going to be EDR, endpoint detection software. So this is the tool that helps us figure out what's going on in an endpoint above and beyond what an antivirus or anti-malware product would do. And really what we're doing here is we're looking at host processes, we're looking at parent-child relationships, we're trying to determine if malicious activity is happening based on behavior, not necessarily based on a signature. And if we have to do an investigation on that host, this tool is invaluable at letting us see what happened, where malware went, what processes it touched, what registry entries it modified, which files it may have created. So as you're looking around and trying to figure out, what the best products are for your environment, really EDR should be at the top of your list if you don't already have it. And if you do have it, make sure that you're tuning it, configuring it properly. This is one of those things that you can't just open it up out of the box and use it. You're going to need to look at your environment, baseline the activity, inventory the software that you're using, suppress the false positives so that your security team doesn't suffer from alert fatigue. Really make sure that that product is working for you and that you're getting the most out of it. Obviously, as a shameless plug, SEVNX does security tuning for EDR solutions, so if that's something you need assistance with, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to help you. Okay, so next up on the list, we have email filtering. And right out of the box, again, our Googles and our Microsofts are gonna come with some base layer of protection. They're going to catch the conspicuous email, they're going to catch the things that are just inherently fraudulent and should be pretty easy to identify. Where you get benefit from adding something like an abnormal or a proof point or a mimecast to the mix is that you inherit the logic that they have from people who are doing email-based threat research as a full-time job. So really just to wrap up the email security piece, email is the #1 source of compromise. It has been for a long time. I imagine it will continue to be for a long time. And we just want to make sure that you are, taking advantage of the latest and greatest protection that's out there. So cruising right along on our list, we come to network access control. If you're unaware, if you haven't had a lot of experience to it, network access control is basically something that doesn't just assign a DHCP address to any device asking for one on the network. It goes through an authentication process before it hands out that IP information. When properly configured, it is a really good solution and it does slow an attacker down. Okay, so last up on the list, we have honeypots. And honeypots are one of my favorite things right now because they serve zero purpose to the environment. They are accounts that never get used, they are hosts nobody logs into, and they genuinely do nothing but give us an early warning sign that attackers are knocking at our front door. All right, so there you have it. There's our top 5 tools we love to hate in 2023. If you have any questions about these services or about these products, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to talk through how they may fit in your environment. But other than that, go out and enjoy the day, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, bye.